There's a dead man on Mount Everest who's been sitting in the same spot for 25 years. Boots still laced, jacket still zipped, eyes still open. Climbers don't stop to mourn him. They use him as a directional landmark. His name is Green Boots, and he is one of over 200 bodies still frozen on that mountain, waiting on the exact trail you would climb. And nobody is coming to bring them home. Every year, nearly 800 people pay up to $100,000, train for years, and leave behind everyone they love, for an average of 29 minutes at the summit. That's it. Half an hour on top of the world, and then the mountain collects its toll. Because Everest doesn't reward courage or respect preparation. It operates on a single, brutal principle. What it takes, it keeps forever. Above 8,000 meters, the air holds less than 1/3 the oxygen at sea level, and your brain begins consuming itself just to keep you conscious. Your blood thickens, your judgment collapses, and your body starts shutting down one system at a time. But here's the cruelest part. It doesn't feel like dying. It feels like euphoria. Warm, invincible, almost electric. Some climbers begin tearing off their clothes, convinced they're overheating, in temperatures that freeze exposed skin in under a minute. It's called paradoxical undressing, and by the time it happens, the mountain has already made its decision about you. In 2006, a climber named David Sharp was found alive, barely, curled inside a cave at 8,500 meters. Over 40 climbers passed him on that same trail. Most kept moving toward the summit. When the story broke, the world was outraged. But here's the truth that nobody wanted to say out loud. Attempting a rescue at that altitude, without spare oxygen or equipment, means 2 bodies in that cave instead of 1. This is the impossible arithmetic that Everest forces onto every single climber. Your life, or theirs. And the death zone doesn't just destroy your body. It strips away the version of yourself you thought you were. Here's the part that every documentary glosses over. Everyone talks about the brutal climb upward, the suffering, the sacrifice, the glory of the summit. But 80% of all Everest deaths don't happen on the ascent. They happen on the way down. And the reason why is the darkest twist of all. Imagine standing on the highest point on the entire planet, sky bleeding gold above you, the curve of the earth visible at the edges of your vision. Then your oxygen gauge hits critical, and everything collapses at once. Your legs have nothing left, your hands can barely grip the rope, and your mind, already starved of oxygen for hours, is starting to come apart at the seams. Now you have to descend thousands of meters of sheer ice and black rock in that condition. This is where legends die, not reaching for the top, but on the long, brutal walk back to being human. Because every cell in your body was trained to get to the summit. Nobody trained for the part that comes after. The next time you see a perfect summit photo, arms raised, tears frozen on cheeks, the sky burning behind them, remember what exists just below that frame. 200 people who made it to the top and never made it back. Frozen forever on the mountain that promised them everything and kept them instead. Everest is not a story of human triumph. It's a story of obsession, of how far we're willing to push past every limit, every warning, every human instinct, just to stand somewhere we were never built to stand. The mountain was here long before the first boot touched its ice, and it will be here long after the last one leaves. So the next time someone tells you to chase your highest peak, ask yourself one question. At what point does the dream become the mountain's next landmark?